Hello everyone. This lesson is for grade 6, our Discovery Island book. It's a writing lesson. Unit 7, lesson 6 is the lesson for today. The lesson is writing. Now the unit 7 is about food around the world. So yesterday in the reading lesson, it was about reading a recipe. So today we're going to write a recipe. So today our lesson is about writing, how to write a recipe. Let's start with what is your favorite food? I want you to decide what is your favorite food. Is it pasta? Is it pizza? Is it burger? Pizza? Paella? Sushi? Or omelette? Or any other things that I didn't mention here. Then let's go over and revise what is the meaning of the word recipe, in case you've forgotten. Recipe is the way how to make the food, how to make a certain type of food. So recipe consists of two things, ingredients and method. So I must have the ingredients, which means the things or the items I need to make this food. And there must be the method in the recipe, which is the steps or the instructions to do this food. What do I have to do first, second, and so on. So this is the recipe that we are going to write for today. I'm going to learn how to write it. Before we start writing our recipe, I want you to watch this video. There are some verbs, cooking verbs, that could help you in your writing. So let's watch this video together.
Cooking verbs.
A vocabulary presentation from Lanternfish ESL.
We are going to learn verbs related to cooking. Cut. She is cutting some vegetables. She is cutting vegetables on a cutting board. Slice. He is slicing a tomato. He is using a sharp knife to slice the tomato. Dice. She is dicing some vegetables. She is dicing a pepper. Chop. Somebody chopped these onions. These onions were chopped on a cutting board. Peel. She is peeling potatoes. She is using a knife to peel the potatoes. Boil. The water is boiling. You can use a pot to boil water. Simmer. These vegetables are simmering. Simmer means to boil on a very low temperature. Fry. She is frying eggs. She is using a pan to fry eggs. Grill. They are grilling skewers. They are grilling skewers over coals. Roast. They are roasting a turkey. You can roast a turkey in an oven. Bake. These cookies are baking in an oven. These cookies were baked on a cookie sheet. Squeeze. He is squeezing an orange. Freshly squeezed orange juice is delicious. Grate. She is grating cheese. Grated cheese is delicious on pasta. Marinate. Someone is marinating this meat. The meat was marinated overnight. Pour. She is pouring some milk. She is pouring the milk into the glass. Stir. He is stirring the food. He is using a wooden spoon to stir the food. Mix. She is mixing some ingredients. She is mixing the ingredients in a bowl. Add. He is adding some potatoes. He is adding potatoes to the pot. Measure. They are measuring 1 cup of flour. You use a measuring cup to measure ingredients. Strain. These beans and peas are being strained. You use a strainer to strain water. Spread. Somebody spread peanut butter on the bread. You can spread butter, peanut butter, and jam with a knife. Taste. He is tasting the soup. It needs a little salt.
Okay, hope that video was
Lanternfish
helpful for you. Let's go to the pupils book, um, page 83. Okay, we have here a recipe that is uncompleted. There are parts of the recipe missing. You are going to listen to Steve and Philip, who wants to make a Spanish omelette. They want to make a Spanish omelette. Listen to them and complete the recipe. So while you are listening, you're going to complete the missing words here. And you have the missing words written here. Chop, cut, eggs, finally, frying pan, pour and slice. Listen and complete.
I want to make that Spanish omelette we saw on TV. Philip, did you write down the recipe while we were watching?
Yes, I did. Have we got all the ingredients?
I think so. What did he say that we needed?
We need an onion, 275 grams of potatoes, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 5 eggs, and salt and pepper.
Right, we've got all those ingredients. So what do we do first?
He told us to peel the potatoes and chop them into small pieces.
And after that?
Then he told us to slice the onions.
Okay, so when do we add the eggs?
We add them next. He told us to put the potatoes in a bowl with the onions. Then add the eggs and some salt. Mix them together.
What do we do with the mixture?
He told us to pour the mixture into the frying pan and cook the omelette for about 10 minutes. He told us to turn it over with a plate and cook the other side. Finally, he told us to cut it into slices, and that's it. We can eat it with a salad.
Well, it sounds easy enough. Let's start.
Okay, so have you written the missing words? It's a recipe of a Spanish omelette. The ingredients are an onion, 275 grams potatoes, 3 tablespoons olive oil, 5 what? Of course, it's an omelette. It needs eggs. First, peel and the potatoes into small pieces. Peel and what? What do I do with the potatoes? Yeah, well done. It's chop the potatoes into small pieces. Next, peel and the onions. What did he say? Slice the onions. Now put the potatoes and onions into a bowl with the eggs. Mix them together, and then I've done with the mixing them. What do I do? What do we do with the mixture? You put it where? Yeah, what do you do with it? I have cut, finally, frying pan, and pour. Of course, it's pour. Pour the mixture into a frying pan, of course. Cook the omelette for 10 minutes, then turn it over with a plate and cook the other side. So, what is here? Of course, it's finally. Finally, cut it into slices and eat it with a salad. Well done if you've done them all correct. Okay, that's it, the lesson so far. Here it says write a recipe for your favorite meal. Do you remember the favorite food, the question that I asked at the beginning? I want you to write a recipe about your favorite food. What is your favorite food or your favorite meal? Write a recipe just like this one here, using first the ingredients and then write the recipe in simple steps. Step number 1, 2, tell me how do you make this recipe or this favorite meal of you? Okay, and after you've done doing this recipe, I want you to take a photo or capture it and send it to me in the discussion room or send it to me in Classera by in a message. Okay, all of you, please, I want you to do this. Now let's go to the activity book, page 77. Read the conversation. How does Martin help John? Now we have a conversation between two persons who are John and Martin. Now, Martin is going to help John. In what way is he going to help him? You can find out in the beginning of the conversation. I will read the conversation for you. John, Martin, I need your help. Could you tell me how to make paella? Martin, of course I can. First of all, the ingredients. You'll need rice, of course, 250 grams. Paella rice will be enough to feed about 4 people. You also need some chicken and prawns. I usually use about 450 grams chicken and 225 grams cooked prawns. Also, you'll need an onion, a garlic, cloves, a clove, and some chicken stock. About 900 milli should be plenty. You'll also need oil for frying. John, okay, I've written all those ingredients down. Now, what about the method? Martin, it's really easy. There are 4 simple steps. The first step is to heat some oil in a frying pan and fry the chicken until it's brown all over. Then set the chicken aside. Is that okay? Yes, John says. Yes, that's fine. What do I do next? Martin, for the second step, you need to add some more oil and fry the onion and garlic for 4 to 5 minutes until nice and soft. Then add the rice and the stock. You'll need to bring it to the boil, then cook over a low heat for about 15 minutes. You may need to stir it occasionally. The third step is to add the chicken, then add salt and pepper and cook for another 10 minutes until the rice is nearly cooked. The last step is to add the prawns to the pan. Then all you need to do is cook for 4 to 5 minutes until the prawns are warm and it's ready to eat. Okay, that sounds quite easy. I'm going to cook it tonight. Thanks for your help. So, what's the answer for our question? Read the conversation. How does Martin help John? I want you to find out the answer, write it down, pause this video, and then I'll put the answer for you now. Yeah, so the answer is Martin helps John by telling him the recipe how to make paella. So that's how he helped him. He helped him by telling him about the recipe. The next part you are going to write from the conversation, you're going to write the recipe. So just take out the ingredients from the conversation, write them down here, and write the method in steps, the same method that was given in the conversation. Again, I will pause this video here. I want you to write it, and then you're going to pause the video, and then after you finish writing the recipe, go back again and play it and check your answers. Okay, so here is the recipe written for you. That's it, our lesson for today, the writing lesson. Please don't forget to write the recipe for me and send it to me any way you like, either by sending it as a message or putting it in the discussion room. Thank you for watching and see you in our next lesson. Goodbye.